What if the reason your life has not changed yet is not because you are not capable, but because you have not stayed disciplined long enough for your future to catch up with your effort? What if the life you dream about is not as far away as it feels, and the only thing standing between you and that version of yourself is the decision to keep going when it gets hard? That is the truth most people avoid. They want the reward, but not the routine. They want the success, but not the struggle. They want the breakthrough, but not the boring repetition that creates it. And that is why so many people remain stuck in the same cycle for years. Not because they lack potential, not because they lack intelligence, but because they keep waiting for motivation to become enough. And motivation is never enough. Motivation can wake you up, but discipline is what carries you through. Motivation can start the fire, but discipline keeps it burning when life gets cold. Look at any success story that truly matters, and you will see the same thing underneath it all. It was not luck. It was not perfect timing. It was not an easy path. It was someone making a quiet decision in a hard season and saying, "I will not quit on myself." Think about the athlete who trains when nobody is watching, long before sunrise, while the world is still asleep. Think about the entrepreneur who gets rejected, fails, and still comes back with more focus than before. Think about the student studying late into the night, sacrificing comfort for a future nobody else can yet see. Think about the single parent carrying responsibility on tired shoulders, but still choosing to build a better tomorrow. These are not people with perfect lives. These are people with disciplined minds. And that is what changes everything. Because discipline does something motivation never can. It builds trust. It teaches you to trust yourself. When you say you are going to do something and then you do it, even when it is inconvenient, even when you are tired, even when nobody notices, something powerful begins to grow inside you. Confidence. Real confidence. The kind of confidence that does not come from applause but from proof. The proof that you are the kind of person who follows through. The proof that you can be counted on. The proof that you are no longer controlled by mood, laziness, or fear. That is where your life begins to shift. Because once you become dependable to yourself, you stop asking, "Do I feel like doing this today?" and start asking, "What needs to be done?" That one question can change the direction of your entire life. Success is not built in giant dramatic moments. It is built in small decisions repeated over and over again. One early morning, one focused hour, one hard conversation, one workout, one page, one more attempt, one more day of not giving up. That is how greatness is formed. Slowly, quietly, consistently. Most people quit too early because progress feels invisible at first. They work hard and do not see immediate results, so they assume nothing is happening. But that is where they are wrong. Something is always happening. Strength is being built in silence. Character is being sharpened in silence. A stronger version of you is being formed in silence. The life you want does not appear all at once. It grows beneath the surface before it ever becomes visible. A tree does not become tall overnight, and neither does success. A strong body is not built in one workout. A lasting business is not built in one good idea. A powerful mindset is not built in one speech. A meaningful life is built in the moments nobody sees, in the hours nobody applauds, in the days when you keep going simply because you promised yourself you would. That is why discipline matters so deeply. It protects your future from your temporary feelings. It keeps you moving when your emotions try to stop you. It frees you from the chaos of impulse and gives your life direction. And yes, discipline is freedom. It frees you from regret. It frees you from wasted years. It frees you from the pain of knowing you had more in you but never gave it a real chance. It frees you from the version of yourself that always says tomorrow. Because tomorrow is where dreams go to die when there is no discipline behind them. But today is where everything changes. Today is where the decision is made. Today is where the new standard begins. Maybe you are tired right now. Maybe you are disappointed. Maybe you are in a season where it feels like nobody sees how hard you are trying. Maybe you are wondering if all the effort is worth it. It is. Keep going. Some of the most powerful success stories in the world were built in seasons that looked ordinary from the outside and painful on the inside. The progress was slow. The results were hidden. The pressure was heavy. But the person did not stop. And because they did not stop, their life changed. That can be your story too. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you are building a future that fear cannot destroy. Every time you stay focused when it would be easier to distract yourself, you are becoming stronger. Every time you do the hard thing instead of the easy thing, you are proving that your destiny is bigger than your excuses. That is the mindset that builds success. Not talent alone, not luck alone, not motivation alone. Discipline. The quiet, powerful, unshakable decision to keep showing up until your life matches your potential. So wake up with purpose. Work with intention. Stay committed when the road feels long. Stay disciplined when nobody is clapping. Stay faithful to your future even when the present feels uncomfortable. Because one day, you will look back at this exact season and realize it was not your weakness that defined you. It was your willingness to keep going. And that is where success begins.